Hello, everybody! Hi, I'm Kungfufruitcup. Most people call me Fufu or just Foo. And Kirby 64 is a game that I have been speedrunning off and on for so many years. Oh my gosh, almost 6 years. I don't know, it's just something that I've always loved from my childhood, and it's great. So this is an any percent run, and I hope you all enjoy it. It's super fun. If you have questions about, you know, what's going on in the run, feel free to ask. You're gonna notice a lot of fire. That's what I'm gonna say. So let me get everything, just making sure I'm good on the timer. All right, quick first thing, blue file or green file? First one to post. I'm gonna do that one. Blue or green? Also, oh my gosh, so close to 8K. That's awesome. Oh, I see green first. Okay. Okay, green it is. All right, we are gonna get going. In 3, 2, 1, go! I hate that bit right at the beginning, because it can be a really quick, like, well, reset. Okay, so in this game, much like other Kirby games, enemies just tend to respawn a lot. So, just moving slightly off screen can sometimes be enough to have enemies just respawn for you if you need combos or anything like that. It can also be bad if you have to backtrack for any reason. Much like a lot of other games, a death in this game is just going to be a huge time loss. So, you know, try to avoid that. All right, so any percent's a lot different than 100% because it, you know, we're not collecting all the shards, so we don't need to have all the combos needed for it. So that's why we use a lot of fire in this game. It is the most useful and fastest power combo that you can use. Oh, give me. However, there is technically like one other power combo that's slightly faster, but only at the beginning of its life cycle, so you don't want to be using that a ton. Like, it's not helpful in the long run. It is the... I forget what it's called, but it's like... I believe it's ice and rock? So I'm going to be switching a lot between double fire and single fire. This is one of my favorite Kirby games because it's one of the only ones that you can really say has, like, double power combos. Oh! There we go. I have both chats up. Yeah. So yes, I can see chat. I haven't played in a few days, so I'm gonna be a little sloppy, but that's okay. I don't want to ride that. We'll just go ahead. It's fine. There you go. Oh, was the timer not working at first? There we go. Let's go. Alright, so now we have to keep collecting our friends because all of our friends have been possessed by some weird, evil, dark substance and we don't really know what's going on. Timer's been going on my end. Right? Yeah. Whoa. Wait. Has the timer been going on my end? I think so. I just updated live split. Did it mess with my timer? Yeah, it's working, but I don't know if it's timed out right. Get it. Okay. That's distracting. Okay. Let's just grab that. Oh, I missed it. Oh no. Okay, it's fine. Fortunately, health isn't too big of an issue at this stage. So we do a little bit of manipulation at in the next world that does involve using some of your health. So there are times when you need to make sure that you have like enough health for certain things. And also there are just some stages that are really awful and you can get hit a lot. I know, right? The censored art is very strange. I think it's just a hint of the actual evil in the game. I don't know. Okay. So we haven't switched powers yet, which is why I haven't really talked much about that, but double fire is faster than most things in this game. However, it is a lot less controllable than, let's say, like single fire or some other different power combos. So I'm actually gonna take this tomato real quick because I'm pretty low. All right. This is also, I think, the only Kirby game where he can run out of air. Pardon me if I'm wrong, but I don't have a lot of experience. Like, I've played a good amount of other Kirby games, but I don't recall any others running out of air. Okay, so now we gotta help King Dedede, because he's all possessed too. But we're skipping all the cutscenes, so you would never know that. But he's out of his mind. And in this game, we're friends. So we're gonna grab the shard here. Alright, and then we save Dedede, and then he very begrudgingly comes with us, and then we can move on. And now we fight Wispy Woods. So this is an interesting boss fight, because you have these little guys. There's a bunch of RNG patterns here. Got a pretty good first RNG pattern, because those guys were easy to hit. Oh, that was unfortunate. Alright. So I need to get in front of him in case he does this pattern early. Oh, okay, I did it. Alright, so if you can get ahead of him in time, you can two-cycle this boss. So basically what he'll do is, his little stumps are out first, and then once you beat them, he has a second phase where you can shoot out apples, or shoot out air, or the spikes. So the spikes will go in the... Oh my god, I missed it. We'll go in the direction of, Hello? Okay. We'll go, like, clockwise in the direction that you're closest to. But if you can get past it in time, then you can two-cycle it. However, we were a little short on that because... you know, you can't always be the best at what you do. So we just finished up Popstar, and now we're in Rockstar. This is obviously more desert-themed. Most of the levels are like that in this one. Actually like the design in these levels. But yeah, we're still hanging on to our double fire for now. But we will be switching it, I believe, by the next level. Cake. So I actually don't know the official strats for 100%. It was something that I considered a while back, but I didn't ever, like, finish learning. I think I'm a little too far. No, I'm good. I'm good. So I have, like, technically ran 100% before, just without, like, super official strats. I did run Fridge Percent because it's the memeiest run. Fridge Percent is where you get electric and ice, and you turn into a refrigerator. And every time you do that, it halts your movement. So it's like the slowest run that you could do. But at least you throw out food and that can heal you. Average time in the speedrun? Well, world record is I think 5848 by Swordsman Kirby, who is like a Kirby god. But that's for any percent, and 100% is like a 108, I think. In later games, yes, yeah. King DDD, for sure. So again, all this movement's pretty simple. It's just knowing where to put your timing for each like double fire. Because, you know, when you stop, you have a bunch of frames where you have this like fallout animation, and, you know, if you're over a pit, you die. If you're over an enemy, you get hurt. So you just have to make sure everything's properly placed. Also sliding out of a frame, like out of a doorway, or off screen is, you know, slightly faster. Did we just hit 8,000? Congratulations! Oh, an even 8,000. Well, can we get to 9,000? You know, the goal is 15,000. I think that's absolutely possible. SK lost. He did? For any percent or 100? Holy moly. That must have been really, really recent. Wow, Curtismo! Good for him. Showing that it is possible. So what's the new any percent time? There are a couple things that I do slower cycles for in this, for sure, because it was... I was just at a point where I was too scared. Okay. Sniper. Ooh, I just cleared that. Okay. So again, it's just trying to place my fires and everything in the right spot. But we will be switching over soon, because with single fire, you have a slightly different kind of mechanic that you use with it. That makes it a little bit more interesting. And yes, we do other power combos in this game besides single and double fire, just not that often, because this is a lot faster. And 100% you have to do a lot of other things, because, you know, you need all the shards. Alright, here we go. No, I didn't need that tomato. I didn't even get it. I still think my timer somehow got behind on my end as well. I'm not sure how though. That's fine, because we are gonna switch. Alright, single fire. So with single fire, you, well, I was feeling a little not confident about my health, but whatever, we'll just go with it now. So you'll see there's a lot of, like, smaller rooms in this level, which is why double fire is not as conducive. Also, the rooms are a lot shorter. So having double fire, you would just be constantly falling back to the ground. Which wouldn't be that bad if there weren't, like, pits of enemies and water and things that would, like, heavily slow you down. So we use, single fire cancels to help us stay in the air. So remember, Kirby only has a certain amount of air that he can use. And, with your single fires, you're still supposed to have, like, an outro animation with it. However, if you, like, get a burst of air right at the end of your fire and then exhale really fast, you can just restart the animation, and it allows you to just do it over and over. So with perfect timing, you could technically stay in the air forever. It's just really hard to, like, get the timing right perfectly, but, you know, it's pretty cool. Alright, so we're gonna have some logs here to avoid. Nothing too crazy. There's a shard above that. Just because I don't run 100% doesn't mean I don't know where all of the shards are. Right behind, he said. Oh yeah, I'm not like actually using all my splits. I'm just using it for the timer. So my timing isn't perfect with my cancels right now. It's a little slower than usual. That's more of what it should be. There you go. I didn't do this right. So technically going into this level, you should have more health because you're going to be taking advantage of these cannons here. However, we'll have to wait. Since this is like an auto-scroller, just a vertical auto-scroller, what you would typically do is jump up and you can get hit by one of the cannons. Actually, you can get hit by 2 of the cannons and skip the entire platform. However, I didn't have enough health for that, so we just had to go with it this way. We're gonna see if we can get a fast cycle here. It's like... Let's go! Okay, we got it, okay. You have like a few frames to get that. Okay. Here we go. Now we can actually heal. Here we go. Now we're actually gonna switch. Look, a different power-up. It's not just fire. We're using this power-up specifically for this next boss. In the first phase of this boss, let me tell you, it's really difficult. Are the logs random or do they always fall in the same place? They always fall in the same place, which is very helpful. I'm just gonna kind of hang out here. It's another auto-scroller portion where the boss first comes up bit by bit, and then you have to, like, avoid them. But, you know, I know we gotta work really hard to avoid them here. Oh, the other SK. Yeah, so isn't Kirby. I'm telling you, this part's really hard. You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out. You have to be really careful. Run was 4 days ago. 58:48. I thought that was already the record. I'm nervous for you. So once this phase is over, the actual fight can begin. Right now, they're just completely invulnerable because Kirby can't reach them. So we're gonna see if they give us good RNG or not. Most of the RNG you're gonna encounter in this game is going to be from the bosses. So we did get good RNG. Okay. Alright. I just have to not be slow. It's gonna be close. Oh! Oh, that's a bummer. That hit was bad. It's alright though. Not too much difference. But yeah, one cycle is possible with this, obviously. However, there is another pattern where they can all connect together and kind of like roll around the edge of the platform to try to attack, and then it's like very difficult to two-cycle. I mean, it's possible, it's just a much more difficult pattern to use, which is why you get that power combo. Because it like has a wide enough attack frame where you can hit all three at once. But we didn't really need to worry about that because it gave us better RNG. So now we're back to our beautiful single fires. Right. We're just gonna kind of skip a lot of this stuff right here. So you'd usually use these like green dudes to help boost you up, but we don't really need that. You can just kind of like go right past it. Hello. Hello. Okay. Alrighty. Occasionally you'll see me doing just single fire right on the ground like this rather than up in the air. It just depends on like the length of the room and the style of the room. Like in this area, these waterfalls push you down to the floor anyway, so it's not really helpful to try to like do single fire cancels because, you know, you're just gonna kind of get forced out of it. So we'll make it through here. We have another mini boss. Mini bosses can also add some RNG, but it's not very much. Nothing too crazy. Oh, there we go. All right. The music in this game is fantastic. Absolutely. New power immediately throws it away. I told you, it's just useful for the boss fight. What are you gonna do? This level has a lot of areas that are not super conducive to single fire cancels, so there's gonna be a lot more like on the ground, like you just saw in the last level. We have to deal with this whole water current. Technically, it's going in our direction for now. For like this... For most of the level, it's going... We're going with the flow, which is good, because, you know, helps us be faster. Later on in the level, we'll be going kind of against the flow. I was gonna say against the grain, but... I was already using flow, so we're good. I hum a lot to this game. Because the music's so good. Alright, mini boss, come here. Hello? Get me through. Now we have an Autoscroller section! So this is just like kind of a chill, hey, we're here, what's up? How's it going? My favorite song? I like a lot of the songs in Shiverstar. I don't know, I hum to so many, it's hard to... hard to say. We'll just grab that shard. Just because we can. Based on my current knowledge, I don't believe jumping in this section makes you any faster. However, there's a minecart autoscroller where jumping in the air actually is slightly faster, so... Interesting how that actually is different. Since it's probably just with the same engine, you know? Oh no, we're gonna fall! Whoa! So you'll notice that I just put my power in... I'm just hanging on to it in my mouth instead of... actually having it absorbed. And the reason that I do that is because when you fall off of long distances, as Kirby, normally... So not this distance, but like anything this high or higher, or like that high, you would actually bonk when you hit the ground, and, you know, it's slower, so... If you keep a power or anything that you've basically sucked up in your mouth in this, it just keeps that, like, bonk animation from happening for whatever reason, so it's useful. I grew up with this game too! Yeah, it's so good. Alright, I think this is good. Actually, this might not be high enough. No, it won't be high enough. We'll just do this. Here we go. That's fine. Let's get to it. Yeah, 3-1 is a great song though. I agree. Yeah, I don't know. I think I like the stuff in Shiverstar the best. We will get there fairly soon, and I can tell you about it. My least favorite world in this game is definitely Neostar. Again, like all these enemy spawns and stuff, all this is always the same. So we're just gonna try to skip it all by doing cancels, and they're not super clean right now. Yeah, see, when you do it right, you don't lose any height. Except here, which you do on purpose to get below those guys. Okay. It's a little sloppy, but we got it. Alright, and we're gonna see our friend King Dedede out of nowhere. He's just here. No picture taken on the water ride? Yeah, I know, right? Okay. That was nice. Hit it? Oh, nice. I got a hit in the air. That was good. That was nice. At least that was clean. Aquastar and Shiverstar the best? Yeah, you know, I think I agree with that. So these platforms actually have different amounts of timing as to when they'll drop. So you saw the last one was like right away, but I had time to do something in this. That drops the frame that you touch it. So if you don't jump again immediately, you will get hit by all of those logs on that top frame. Also, if you hold up your power on the way out of a level, it'll just cancel it out. Like, you don't have it anymore. Which was also done on purpose because we're going to be doing a full water level now. So having fire doesn't really do us a lot of benefit. I always get hit in this section. I always do. No matter what I do, no matter how many times I've run this game. Is there any benefit in any percent to gather all the stars? No, it's just if you have time in an autoscroller, like, why not? If you get enough stars, it'll give you an extra life. So if you're just beginning to learn this game and you tend to die a lot, then gathering stars could be okay. But definitely don't go out of your way to gather them because they don't really serve any purpose other than to eventually give you another life. When you look at that below my little green health meter, I'm gonna take a hit here on purpose. Boop. Bye, fish. And now we go kind of with and against the grain here. There we go. And we're gonna grab another power. But yeah. So below the green bar is where the star meter is. So when that meter's full, you get an extra life. Okay, so we're gonna grab this explodey fish because he's gonna give us bomb, and that's gonna be useful for not only this mini boss fight, but also the next boss. Acro, which is orca backwards. How clever. I bet you'll never guess what the boss looks like. Also, because we're going with the flow this time, we can go a little faster. Yeah, there we go. Now there is a way to like one cycle this. If you can get like in that nook up there, which I think I get about 2/3 the time. But right now I'm not so lucky, so a little slow. I think it's about a 5 to 7 second time loss right there. If you don't get the bombs, if you don't get up in that nook. Whoa. Oh, these guys are like after me today. This is weird rock RNG. Okay. So the time that we switch powers the most often is in a level that's going to challenge us differently than how we would be able to use fire typically, or if we need something for a boss. So, whoa, oh my god, you never expected him to look like this. You never expected that. So we're just gonna throw bombs on him until he decides to give us the next phase. So that we're done. Let's go to the next phase. An octopus? Hey, you were close. So you think he's dead, but he's not. He's gonna come back and try to spit more bombs out at us, because that's what orcas do, right? That's why having something like just a bomb power, we just throw him right back at him. Alright, now hopefully he has a good pattern. Okay, he has a good pattern. Or... there we go. Okay. So we're actually gonna get rid of bomb. Go ahead and guess what power we're gonna get next. Go ahead. Go ahead and guess. Alright, let's go. To Neostar! Actually, for a lot of this level, we're gonna have nothing. So we just have to kind of run through the level. Or do that. That's fine. That works too. Instead of that. There we go. So this is why Neostar is awful. Especially this level. Because it's just a lot of avoiding things that are extremely in your way. Which is, I mean, most of Kirby anyway, but I don't know, it just feels more cumbersome in this level and often in this world than it does in other worlds. I guess part of that for this level could be due to not having fire, but it's still, it just feels awful. Alright. There we go. That's how fast we should be. There we go. Okay, we have fire back. Everything's fine. We have our power back. Source of all Kirby's power. Double fire. Okay, we're like really close to a death plane right here, so you just have to... there we go. Get past that. It's actually kind of scary because you drop it all and you're dead. And then you don't have anything good for this boss. I mean, then it just takes forever because you have to pick up those dudes and it's just awful. Everything's bad if you die before that. But we're okay now! So we're just gonna try to not hit these dudes that come out from the ceiling or the other dudes. An interesting thing to note in this game is if you get hit twice in a short span of time, you'll lose your power-up. I think that happens if you only get hit once in older Kirby games, but you have like a buffer. But yeah, if you're not careful, you'll still get... you'll still lose your power, and you have to either, like, get it. But if you're above pits, you know, like in that last room, then it's kind of hard. There you go. Right. Kirby said fire speed. Spike! Make sure that you all are putting in those donations. I did that wrong. It's okay. All right, now we have another Autoscroller. However, this one, for whatever reason, actually goes a little bit quicker if you just continuously jump. So we're going to be doing that. This is how it works. Make sure you are all donating because we are supporting a wonderful charity today. As I try to pay attention to this and that at the same time. So make sure you're clicking on all of the stuff in the description, the links that are being posted in chat, things like that to learn more and help out the kids. I believe there's some fun incentives going on with some other games as well, so keep that in mind too. Alright. Back to Kirby controls. Hello? Whoa, okay. I'm actually not used to that happening. I'm used to that happening. That's what I'm used to. Okay. So this just has, like, the waterfall just has little trails of water that are trying to push you in whatever direction the rock is facing. It's not really a big deal. Just regular platforming past it. I believe this is the first level that has insta-kill walls that just can smush you, which is super fun and not at all stressful. So we're gonna have some pretty tight timing on this next part. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna fall in that. That's nice. Okay. And I don't have a lot of health, so... This isn't like a mini boss per se, but there's a bunch of like little jelly dudes that fall from the ceiling, and based on RNG, if you're low health, they can absolutely spawn right on top of you like that and hit you. So if you're low health, there's like a decent chance you could die here. There you go. But we good now. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. Alright. Didn't get smush time 1. Let's see if we can get... Alright, didn't get smush time 2! Let's go! Okay. Alright. It's a lot scarier than it looks. You have... Alright. So this level is very like... I don't know, I always think of it like a city, even though it's not. It's more like a mountain. But it's just more careful double fire placement. I got it. There we go. All right. Okay. We're good. There we go. There we go. That's a quicker thing. Aha! I definitely didn't almost die there. I did, but it's okay. Oh, that's actually gonna slow me down a little bit. Interesting. It's a little different than how I usually do it, but that's okay. That actually worked out quite well. I think I can handle one more. Yeah, okay. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but these rocks here spell Kirby. It's a crazy surprise. I know. I know. It's insane. Who would have ever thought? Alright. Picnic time! People... A lot of times people ask, like, why don't you let them have anything in the picnic? And I'm like, I mean, it's faster, so... You only need to pick up items for the picnic if you're about to die. Unless you're super confident, and then... Any kind of motion that's more than just, like, a simple hop up and down is gonna waste your time. So, you know. Double fire seems slower than single fire. Technically, if you were absolutely perfect with your controls, then you're right. Yeah, that didn't land right. Okay. So this will be fine. What's up, DDD? The thing about double fire is that you have a longer span of time when you're in the animation, so it can often outweigh the benefit of just having single fire. Just in terms of, like, I know it's not as easy to control. Okay. There we go. Oh, okay. That's fine. Take that damage boost to get past him. Let's go. Okay. So, I think I timed that poorly. I did. Some of the sections in this level are just kind of annoying. I don't know if there's any better way to say it. I'm gonna grab a little health right here. It's just the way that everything is, like, spawned out. And how much lava there is. You know, it can just be a little, annoying. But it's okay. I mean, you can still place out your movements and be alright. You just have to make sure the enemies that are spawning, like, whatever little bits of RNG go into their movement aren't getting in your way. That's how it works. The good thing about this level is that if you lose your firepower at all, I mean, it's everywhere. So, I mean, it's not that hard to get back, which is great. There you go. Plus, there's a lot of stuff that can heal you in this room. So, if you're close to death or, like, losing your power, it's not that bad. I didn't plan that out at all. Okay. That's all right. There we go. See what I mean? My actual favorite power combo in this game is fireworks, which is bomb and fire. We're gonna do the tricky strat. It might not pay off. It might. You never know. So we're gonna grab Cutter first and then go out. Let's grab a sandwich. So we're gonna actually have something a little different. Again, for boss fights, this happens a bunch. So he's gonna spawn a couple little fire dudes, and if I miss him, then I'm kind of out of luck. But we're good! Let's go! Alright. So now we have a nice little flaming sword. Which, for some reason, works on fire. There we go. That was a good first cycle, actually. That was really optimal RNG, even though I didn't do very well. Because it always takes at least 2 cycles to completely beat for his first half, but it could take 3 or 4. Usually not more than 3, but we got 2, which is really great. So now, if we just kind of jump in his direction... Oh, we got bad RNG! RIP! Okay, well now we have to wait. Still, though. There we go. And he's dead. And let's go back to fire. There we go. Now we're on to Shiver Star, which is one of my favorites. Even though it's got some difficult patterns. Yeah, this is some of my favorite music. I definitely think so. So we're gonna right away go back to double fire because we gotta be fast. Yeah, fighting fire with fire, exactly. Nice sword. Thank you. It was a good time. We'll be okay. I think this will work. Oh, I just barely missed it. All right, it's okay. See if we can get some health back. After this next section, we should have yeah, we'll be starting an Autoscroller, so we should be able to get some health back. Look, we just got a life. Just by accident. Double fire faster than ice skates? Yes, it is. Yeah, Shiver Star is supposedly a post-apocalyptic Earth. Factory music is fantastic. Yeah, that's part of why Shiver Star has some of the best music. Because I think this music is really adorable, and then you have awesome tracks like Factory and all of that stuff. A lot of people like Factory the best in terms of music. There we go. Okay, now we're healing up. I like how it warns you to jump, and a lot of these times, if you don't actually jump, you're fine. Yeah. Like, that will hurt you, though, like right here, these little divots, but most of them, you just kind of chill. It's not a big deal. Alright. Alright, this timing should be good. There we go. Oh, that was great timing, actually. Not getting hit there. Alright, now hopefully we can time this well, or not. We're gonna land on him. No, okay, let's go. Good. Oh, I thought that would work better. That's bad. Yeah. I usually jump a little past him. And then this one doesn't matter because we're at the end of the room, so whatever. In this one, we just go up. Just go up and go as far as you can. Because we're gonna land on some platforms regardless eventually, because these guys, Oh, I'm dead! That's unfortunate. You already know, because if you get stuck under a rock, there's nothing you can do. So we're just gonna have to take it slow now. That's unfortunate. We have a little stressed out penguin. Oh, that's a big time loss. So part of the reason why you lose so much time with each death in Kirby is just because if you lose your power, I'm not in a level that's conducive to that. Like, there's nowhere... Plus, if I need it for the next level, I have to go back and find the stuff that I need. So I'll have to go back into the first level in this world and go grab the power. Also, those guys are really... I didn't think he would get me from down there. I guess I'm just not used to it anymore. I've actually had this happen recently in a run where it was another level in the same world. And I lost my power. It's awful. It's just awful. So I'll have to go back to the beginning of the level real quick so we can grab what we need. Fortunately, there are 2 fire enemies like really close to the beginning, but it's still, you know... Probably 15, 20 extra seconds. Okay. Alright. It was this level. Yeah, it was a big ouchie. Big ouchie! Cutter ice? Oh, for ice skates, yeah. Mm-hmm. I also love this song. I think the song is fantastic. Double fire just makes it easier. So many things that are easier to do. So with a little bit of height there, you do a little jump, and then you land straight in this little bubble. And then you just go straight up. The top left has the crystal shard. I just pointed to nobody. I almost grabbed that sandwich, but we're okay. We're okay. I just get extra careful sometimes. Okay. And we're gonna hop on up. Ignore that guy. Okay, so imagine not having your power in this room. Sure, it's just normal enemies to avoid, annoying, but then you have those blue dudes right there. Suddenly, life gets a lot more difficult. Because there are a bunch of ones right here. And they all want to eat you. This next room actually can have some of the worst RNG patterns. But we got pretty good initial RNG. No, I'll get him! Oh! Hang on. Now they're all gonna spawn and come after me. Yeah, see, it's just very... Okay, we're good. But sometimes, like, he can come down at an angle and you just get in one cycle and everything's fine. We're gonna go ahead and get the tomato. No, we're not. I can't get any healing items during a picnic today. That is really unfortunate. It's alright, we'll be okay. Now we're gonna go in a shopping mall that's been completely overrun by monsters, and that's totally fine. Again, there isn't like too much to say about the mechanics at the moment. It's just everything is proper placement in this game because a lot of it's just using, you know, powers like this. Here you don't want to use your power because you have another rock dude. And then here you want to skip past these guys and another rock dude and then jump in the elevator. Yeah. I think these are the cutest elevators ever, by the way. I'm just saying. The better you can actually jump into the elevator, the better off you're going to be as well, because it'll, like, shorten the animation. Yeah. Yeah, see, there you go. That was really quick. That skips those guys that fall on you. There's healing somewhere. I've kind of skipped some of it, but it's alright. We'll be okay. Shopping mall isn't that hard. No. Minua's gone. No food for Kirby. It's all for the kids! There's no kid hungry. That's right. I'm probably gonna get stopped by one of these dudes. Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, I thought he was gonna hurt me. These bookcases are very unstable and definitely gonna fall on you. So you just gotta be careful. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to, like, exhale. Oh, nice! Okay. Good. Alright. Got some healing. Everything's okay. I'm gonna skip that. Oh, that was too preemptive. Ah. Now, these cannons are actually really good at figuring out where you're gonna go. So if you're just in the middle of the fire animation, or you're, like, about to get out of it, like, they'll hit you. It's pretty crazy. They're pretty good. They're well designed. Here we go. Alright. I guess that's fine. Is Kirby a kid? I think Kirby's basically a god. Oh, it worked. Perfect. There we go. So we're gonna lose our double fire for now, because we have things that are more interesting. Like single fire! Nah, we'll change it up. We'll change it up. The fire sword was incorporated a lot more into this run after Swordsman Kirby started running it. Because there are a lot of instances where it can be actually really useful here. There's a fast cycle in this area that I am not good at. If these things even touch, like, your nose, you're dead. Or, but you have, like, a little bit of room on the back of your jacket. The hitbox is a little weird, so you just have to just be careful. I should be able to make it. Ah! No, I'm not. Okay. I was trying to be super cool for chat, and it didn't pay off. It's alright. It's just a bummer that you can't absorb any enemies when you're in this mode, because there's a fire dude right there. That's why this room is scary, man. All these auto kills. Yeah, so you can, like, get into his nose a little bit, and you're fine. We'll wait. Alright, we're finally done with that. That belt, the conveyor belt, gets faster as you travel along it, which is how it gets more difficult. Oh, I'm used to having fire here. Okay. I'm still going to use his power, even though I'm not going to be able to do a quick one cycle of the mini-boss because I won't have what I need at first, but I will get a fire enemy in just a little bit. Also, that food right there is a trap. This is an enemy that's, like, right there. There we go. So typically you could get this Firebird, like, you can kill him right when, okay. That's what happens when you move your hand and then tap a button. Am I winning? Definitely. Totally. But yeah, usually as he's flying past the very first time, you can drop down and have just enough room to be able to get him. This room sucks. But again, the music's amazing, so everything's okay. There is a faster cycle than what I do for this area, but it's tough. It's just tough. It's just really tight timing. The music does slap in this. Yeah, you're right. Alright, this section we can just get through. Okay. Now you go from, having single fire to having flame sword to having single fire to having flame sword. Because guess what? The boss is up next, and it's going to be really useful for the boss again. And we made it! Okay. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. That's okay. I'll just run past that. I will heal. For once, I got it! Let's go! So this guy, this can actually be one of the biggest causes of RNG in the run. This one and Miracle Matter, the last boss that we'll be fighting. Because, oh, we got good RNG so far, actually. This is great, because you can hit him 3 times in this pattern. So you want him to try to give you a big old hug like that as often as possible. Wow, one more arm swing and we should be good, but he's, yeah, likely to not do that. In a casual run, that would be terrible RNG. But a speed run, this is not bad. That was not bad. Two arms, two hug swings. I call it give him a hug. Giving me a hug. But that's typically the fastest. Now the second phase is just really, really, really easy. Because you just literally stay under his nose with the fire sword and you're good. He also tries to land on you, so you just kind of... Okay, and he's dead. That's alright, thanks for your help. Flame sword, we good. We all done. Super easy. Calling it a hug definitely fits the Kirby aesthetic, right? That's what I'm thinking. We are on our final world now. This is Ripple Star. You'll see a lot of parallels in this level to the first level of the game. It's basically a replication of it, just slightly more difficult for whatever reason. I mean, it's the last world, but I mean, it's not so much more difficult that it's harder than the first level of the first world of Popstar. So, I don't know. I guess they wanted to do a very quick homage. So you see you have I mean, it's literally the same layout in a way. So we should be able to catch him here. Ta-da! There we go. It's just very similar platforming to what you do in the first level. So there isn't really a lot to say about it. It's just do you, Curbs. You got it. And we're done. That was it. Super easy. You don't even have a mini boss fight like you do in the first world. And we got a star by accident, because it's all good. Alright. Now we have... This level's interesting. I don't know. This is why I like Shiver Star better. This whole world has a very interesting combination of levels. That enemy is adorable, by the way. I just don't find this world particularly challenging compared to the other worlds. In a way, I don't know. There's something that's just non-threatening. Besides the music, which is just horrifying in this level. But yeah, you just kind of have some off and on swimming here, and it's just like you're in underground caves. So platforming is appropriate to that. We're gonna go through some holes here. Okay. I hit the ground before I was able to shoot. Sure. Some more water. You go all the way to the left here. I believe that's where another crystal shard is. So we're gonna grab a quick invincibility lollipop. There's another crystal shard up on the left. But we're gonna skip that. Okay. I need to make sure that I don't forget the thing in the next level. So we only have one more level before the final boss, actually, which is pretty interesting. This only has 3 levels and a boss. Now we're actually gonna immediately get rid of our double fire, and we get to use my favorite power-up. And now we can just actually obliterate everything in this entire area. Oops. Ah. If you slide against a door before it opens, it'll push you back like that. So it's very slightly preemptive about it. Alright. Make sure, by the way, we are almost done with this run, but I hope you guys have been getting your donations in for the No Kid Hungry charity extravaganza. I always appreciate marathons like this, and even though I know I'm not the best at this game, I still have fun running it, and I'm always happy to support charities, so definitely support if you can. Everything that's been going on for the last, like, few months, honestly, has been, like, proof that we just need to provide help and relief and support for each other. So, you know. It's a great time to keep doing that. Especially for the kids! Yeah, this level is literally walk to the next room and just destroy everything. Oh, you've seen 100% more. Yeah, it's quite a different feeling, especially when you're like, okay. I mean, I can see people finding it a little bit more bland compared to 100% because there's just so much fire. But it's just the way that you're able to utilize that instead of having to do everything needed for all the shards is pretty interesting contrast. All right. Okay, and now we fight Miracle Matter. So he's going to have phases of every power combo that you can, or every power up type that you can get. And so we just have to hope that he starts with something that we have, which he did. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Well, he didn't have fire next, but still, that was great RNG. Especially because bomb is really hard to one cycle, or yeah, it's really hard to one cycle. Okay. Oh, I missed it. Okay. That was too quick. I missed that too. Cool. So a lot of these phases are one cyclable. It's just really tight timing on all of them. So you just have to use the power against him. Electric or spark, whatever you want to call it. Spark is very difficult to one cycle. Like very, very difficult to one cycle. You almost never do. Rock and Cutter should have been fine. Cutter's really tight timing, but it's definitely possible. Fire can be completely RNG dependent. But we actually got good RNG, so we should be able to one cycle it, no problem. Yeah. So that's good. Ice is usually fine to one cycle as well. Yeah, okay. Easy peasy. Now, I think this is the only one we have left. And he is dead. Here we go. We are about to hit time, actually. Oops. Oh, well, that was time. Just couldn't get there. There we go. That's fine. It's like a 105. There we go. Let's go. It's actually not that bad, especially for feeling like I'm still pretty rusty on this category. But not too shabby. Not too shabby. I appreciate you all joining me today for this beautiful run. There are lots of other awesome, amazing runs coming up this weekend during this marathon, so please keep your eyes out for those. Check out the schedule. Check out more on the charity for No Kids Hungry. Definitely make sure to support if you can. And stick around and catch, you know, feel free to check out what's next. What do we have next? Actual time was 107. Yeah, that's what I think too. I thought it was a little off. That ending, yeah. Awesome. I appreciate you all hanging out with me. Again, keep your eyes on more of the charity stuff. Stick around, watch more, support, donate. Do what you can, or spread the word on top of all of that, if possible. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and have fun watching the next run. Thanks, everybody.